Okay, can I just start by saying I am a massive fan of Forza. Forza 4 has, in my view, stood the test of time very well. And despite the mixed reviews it got when it first came out, I absolutely love the first Forza Horizon as well. So naturally I was pretty excited when they announced that they were bringing out Forza Horizon 2. Right, now I've got that off my chest, I'm gonna have a bit of a whinge. There are obviously going to be differences in graphics quality, and I can understand that. I mean, the graphics on the Xbox One version are obviously going to be better than the graphics on the 360 version. But what I do find odd is that the graphics of Forza Horizon 2 on 360 almost seem to be worse than the first Forza Horizon. Maybe I'm just remembering it differently, but yeah, it certainly seems different. But anyway, that aside, we start the game, and this is where I encounter my first issues. The host is a dude. I mean, I used to quite enjoy the end of race flirtatious messages from whatever her name was, but in Horizon 2 the bloke becomes very quickly annoying and comes across as being just condescending and a bit of a douche. But hey, I can kind of live with that, because if I think about it, then it may well be more realistic than the girl in the first Horizon. But my main problem is the lack of flow in the game. In the first Horizon you turn up in your Corrado and you slowly work your way through to the top and tackling ever increasingly difficult drivers to beat in order to qualify and progress to the next level. In Horizon 2 I think my second car was a 1000 brake horsepower Nissan GTR. I mean, there didn't seem to be any sensible progression through the ranks to reach this point. I mean, you shoot up to supercar ownership pretty quickly. Not that you even need to, as you can compete in most events in pretty much any car anyway, because it'll always put you in a certain division. This leads me to my next issue. I mean, Forza Horizon, the first one, has road races, mixed surface and off-road events. Horizon 2 has this as well, but in Horizon 2 it doesn't have any effect on what car you have to use. You can use basically any vehicle in an off-road race. You don't have to use an off-road vehicle to do it. In fact, in order to complete an event you kind of need to do it in a supercar and complete off-road events in supercars. It's all a bit strange and it doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, it just seems like they've kind of almost cheated to try and make the game appear bigger than it is by making different classes in different events, so everything is 10 times the scale it was before. There are other more niggly problems too, like barn finds are way too easy to find. I mean, the areas to search for them are pretty big, but in a lot of the areas there's like one shed in the whole area, and guess what? The car's in there. Also, most car enthusiasts would be quite easy for them to work out what the barn finds are going to be anyway, because you get to see a silhouette of each one in the garage tab before you even find them. So I thought that kind of gave the game away a bit. I mean, you'd be pretty dumb not to realise that one of them was a split-screen camper van, one of them was a Jeep, and there was also a Jag in there. It was pretty obvious. So yeah, that kind of gave away some of the mystery of some of the barn finds for me, which was a bit of a shame. There's also no tuning of the setups available either, which is very annoying, especially for a Forza game. I mean, you can buy mods, don't get me wrong, you can get exhaust and suspension and all that kind of stuff, but you can't adjust the settings once they're on. And there's a lot of diehards out there that are going to be sorely pissed off about that. Also, there's no weather in the 360 version, which again is a shame, because that was kind of a big selling point of Forza Horizon 2. I'm guessing they reckon that the 360 wouldn't cope with it, but it works fine on GTA 5. And before you say it, I know it's not a racing game, it's run on a completely different engine and everything, but you get my point. I mean, the other day I was playing Toka Touring Car on my PS1, and that's got rain on it. So it seems to be a bit of a cop-out. I mean, could they not have conquered a lot of these extra problems with weather and things like that by supplying a data disc with a game like they do in Forza 4 or GTA 5? It just comes across that they couldn't really be asked to make any effort for the 360 version, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they're still catering for the previous gen crowds, such as me, but if they're going to do it, they need to do it properly, or admit it, like Forza 5, that it's just going to be a solely next-gen game. Anyway, rant over. Let me know what you think. Either if you have this game on next gen, or if you got the 360 version like me. I'll be interested to hear your comments from both camps and see if other people have got the same frame of mind about it or not, or whether you actually have any of these problems on the Xbox One version as well. That'd be great. Leave a comment and feel free to press the like button as well, because that will make me full of joy and wonderment. In the meantime, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go and play a bit more Forza Horizon 2, because I'm still desperately hoping it's going to get better.